We're getting settled in at our camp, and Curt has found a toy. I do not know if this is good or bad, but he has found a slack line. Actually, it might be a good place to learn because you're not far off the ground right there at the beginning. And as you get better, it goes down the hill and you get a little more off the ground.
So this place we're staying is not only a great spot for overlanders, it's overlander friendly, but it's a hostel, and they also have glamping. So out here they have these nice tents that are set up, and they have glamping. So you can see here somebody has set it up for a birthday. Yeah, can I look? Can I see?
Yeah.
Okay, so they have it set up here for the birthday. It is beautiful. For a massage?
Yeah, massage.
Oh, nice. Nice queen bed. Smells great in here. It's very good. Very nice.
We got into this camp. You know, we had just drove the van through a giant city. We were a little wore out, but we've gotten some rest. Getting the kitties out for a walk always makes us happy, especially in a cool place like this. And Nana is enjoying this.
If there is something we need, it's a leap of faith. A step away from the comfort zone and be a little brave. So take a look around you. How far can you see? How far do you think you can run, standing on your knees? It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. It can be a bit frightening with something you don't know. You need a little enlightening, it'll make you grow. It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there.
So we figured out what the horses are here for. There's a tour. All these folks are staying here, and they're looks like they're going out on a sunset ride. All right.
Yes, hoy.
He wants to put it in, Curt. The little guy wants to put it in. He wants to do it. Oh, nope, okay. Gracias. Yeah. All right, look at this contraption, guys. Curt struggled last night with just a normal lighter, but that's not how you do a fire here. Whoa.
Fuego.
Another campfire dinner. More vegetables and chicken just tossed on the grill. Curt's shaking it up a little bit with an apple up there. We'll have to see how that turns out on the grill, but I think it'll be good. What do you think, Curtie?
Oh, yeah.
So you're the fire, you're the flare, you're the song inside my head. And I will taste every note, feel so good when you're in my head.
What do you think, Curt?
Aguacate.
Yeah, avocado.
We have those avocados.
Espera, yo te muestro. Esto es delicioso para comer, mira. Yo le entiendo más usted que allá, ya no lo entiendo.
Sounds like a mango.
No entiendo.
Yeah, lo siento.
Ah, qué ricura, pruébelo.
What's it taste like?
Ahorita pruebe. Rico.
Similar to mango. ¿Cuánto cuesta para dos?
5,000. 5,000, ahí están.
So we got 2 of these things. Kurt's eating one now. We'll have one for later. What'd they cost, Kurt?
There was 5,000 pesos, which is a little less than $2. The guy's walking around with a big box of mangoes, these, and
avocados.
selling them.
There you go.
So the real stream. So I have all these little strands of my teeth. But it's tasty.
Good.
All right, Snow's gonna give it a try. She's a little more cautious than I was.
It is good, but it tastes, it is kind of pumpkin-y tasting. I would say more like butternut squash tasting in texture, but sweeter like a fruit. It's good. Nanner, want to smell it?
I am excited. Today, I get to go out in the nature. And it's been a while since we've taken a walk. It's actually been too long. And, you know, it's been a stressful month. And it's been mounting up. You know, we didn't have the van, all the shipping stuff. But additionally, we weren't able to really kind of effectively travel. And so it's been just kind of a stressful time. And I'm pretty pumped that I get to get out here in the nature. Hi, how are you doing? Good. So one of the things that makes this forest walk really cool, it's these big, huge pine trees. Or I think they look more like cypress trees. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but they're just kind of almost haunted. They're tall and they have all this moss growing on them. And they look really cool. And we're up at about 7,200 feet elevation. The weather here has really been kind of in the 50s and 60s for the most part. Like on a sunny time like right now, maybe up to the mid 70s. But it rains a lot. And I was fortunate today that it cleared up long enough for me to get out here on this hike. Well, I think that's gonna stop my hike. Looks like the shoe's coming unglued. Not only did the sole just completely come unglued, but it's coming unglued up here. So I gotta start heading back with a floppy foot.
So the weather is nice today. We're getting some laundry done. There goes our friend Summer, who is amazing and been very friendly and giving us tons of advice.
Oh, another overlander from Florida.
Yeah, and they've been here since the pandemia, but hopefully we see them again. She has recommended a really cool restaurant where we're gonna go have some lunch.
Let's go eat.
So we just rode our bikes up the road and had a yummy lunch at, what is the name of this place, Kurt? Artesian? Artisanal. Really, really yummy, but it looks like rain. We gotta get back to the hostel and get our clothes off the line because we washed them this morning and they're drying.
It's calling me like the rainbow. It's calling me like the rainbow. The rainbow.
So this morning we got a special treat. So the girls have been telling me about this awesome drink. So it's hot chocolate con queso. So this is like a mozzarella cheese. It's kind of like a, and so the cheese is a little bit spongy and absorbs the hot chocolate, and so delicious and yummy. But it's one of their favorites, so they made it for us. I thought that was real
That's
nice.
very nice. Gracias. No. There it is. So we have been parked up at this little hostel, maybe 45 minutes outside of Medellin, up in the mountains. Very peaceful, very quiet, very comfortable. The people that work here and the people that own and run this place have been very nice. And I don't think I realized just how anxious I was to start this knee replacement process. As we got closer and closer to Medellin, I could just kind of feel my shoulder muscles tightening up and I was distracted. And yeah, and I guess this is a pretty big deal, guys. I'm finally going to get my knee fixed. It's something we've been working on for a long time. And we are headed down to Medellin today for my doctor's appointment to see how we feel about the doctor here. And so step 1. And then step 2, we will head towards Cali, a city about 8 hours from here, where we meet with another doctor. And then I'll be able to pick, and then we'll start to schedule this surgery, guys. So I think this hostel has been exactly what I needed. We had some really nice campfires just surrounded by these pretty little flowers. We were able to walk the kitties, ride the bikes not very far on a nice little road up for a nice lunch. It's just been exactly what I needed to get my head in the game and get ready to get this knee replaced. So now it is time to leave this little place and head down to the big city where we're going to drive our van down there and try to find somewhere we can park it, and then get to the hospital where I meet with an international liaison lady first at 4 o'clock, and my doctor's appointment is at 5 o'clock. So let's head down to Medellin. So we've left the hostel and we've left the little area of Santa Elena. That's the little neighborhood we were up there in. And we're going down the curvy mountain road, headed down into the valley to Medellin. And the first thing we're gonna do when we get down there is we're gonna ride by the hospital, because we're in this big van and it's not just going and finding a typical parking place. So we're gonna ride by the hospital and see if there is a parking option. And we have left ourselves plenty of time that if there's not, we can find a paid parking lot somewhere and still get a taxi to the hospital. And then we also have to ride around a little bit and check out a few places of where we can sleep tonight in the van in the city. So that is the plan.
And don't forget, I have to get shoes.
Yes.
And we need to get groceries.
Yep, we need groceries, and Curt has blown out both pairs of his tennis shoes. All right, we have found the hospital, and Curt is doing a little investigating to see if we have parked close to where we will need to go, and I think we've found decent parking. We will have to see what he comes back with, but this nice lady seems to be helping him. So it's 3,000 pesos an hour to park here. So we go run our errands, we come back, and she thought these spots would still be empty, and we're right by the entrance. So we have found a spot that looks safe and secure to sleep tonight in the city. Probably 20 minutes from the hospital, so it ought to work out pretty good. And we have plenty of time to spare. So we're gonna go and try to find Curt some new tennis shoes. This is a legit mall. I even saw a few American stores, not many, but I saw American Eagle. But we're headed to a store called Decathlon, which is a sports store. See if we can find Curt some new shoes.
They have my size.
That's awesome.
So this is a size 46 or 12, which is hard generally to find in Latin America. These are long enough, but they're not wide enough. So, but it's good they have my size. So
All right.
we'll see.
All right, we're grabbing lunch in the mall at the food court. Curt found him a new pair of shoes.
Quechua. They're Colombian shoes, and they're about $35.
There you go.
Everything else I could find was like 60 to 100, and they didn't have my size.
It's all right, we've got shoes. Next up, finish eating, go to the grocery store. So the kitties have been so good that they're getting new toys today. We finished up at the grocery store. Traffic was a little tough. Walking from the grocery store to the car was a long walk. But we have made it to the hospital. We found the parking spot that we picked out this morning. Now we're headed in. All right, so we got there about 3:45, 15 minutes early, went to the international office, met with our helper girl. Still not quite sure what her role is, but She walked us over to another building. She checked us in where we were waiting for the doctor. And then she came out and told us the doctor had to leave, so they needed to reschedule our appointment. So, yeah.
We're tired, disappointed. It's been a long day, frustrating day, and they just showed little compassion. So,
yeah.
not a good start.
No, but my first instinct was, no, we'll just leave and head on to Cali and forget it. But Curt brought us back down to ground and said, we're here, we do need to meet with that doctor. So we see them at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. So with that, we will see y'all in the morning, because we're going to find our camp spot and have some dinner and call it a night. It's been a long day. Good morning, guys. All right. We ended up street parking last night. That campsite we thought we had scoped out when we got there, we kind of got ran off by a security guard. So it was getting dark. We saw a nice level street in a safe looking neighborhood. Parked on the side of the road. Worked out just fine. Nobody bothered us. Felt safe all night. Got a good night's rest. Feeling a little better. Y'all probably picked up on the fact that we were pretty bummed and down and stressed out about the doctor's appointment getting canceled yesterday. But we're going again today. We'll be there at 1 o'clock, and we're taking you guys with us. Curt took the kitties out for a walk this morning, right here next to the van. It's a nice neighborhood we ended up in. Couldn't tell when we got here last night. But when he came back in, he had picked us up 2 tamales for breakfast. He's frying a little egg to go on top of his. What kind of tamales are these, Curdy? Do you know?
I think they're mixed dough. I think they've got some carne, and he said a bunch of stuff, but I didn't understand everything, so
Right.
I guess it's going to be a bit of a surprise.
Let's
How'd
see
you
what.
cut yours?
Let's see what it looks like right here. Oh, yeah, there's some carne. Maybe some, not sweet potatoes, what do they call them down here? Maybe it's got some plantains? Or you think that's carrots?
Carrots, probably.
There we go.
You can see the big banana
Look at these
leaf.
giant banana leaves these came in.
But look at this thing, guys. Huge tamale. It was 4,000 pesos. The guy was bringing them around, $1 basically. And look at that giant tamale.
Look at that.
So we're gonna put a couple fried eggs on that, and that'll be a delicious breakfast.
Curt is a happy guy this morning.
Look at that deliciousness. So I want to share with you guys a bit of a funny story. So we use these 1 liter bottles in the refrigerator here, and we reuse them, and we mix orange drinks in them, but we'll get water from the tap and then put it in the fridge. They fit nicely in the fridge. We can get 4 across the top right here. And so that's where we keep our water cold. And we just got 2 bottles of vinegar. Now vinegar we use in our tank, in our gray water tank. It kind of helps clean it and keep it fresh or whatever. So we got groceries yesterday, and accidentally Snow put the vinegar in the fridge like it was water. So last night, in the middle of the night, Snow, tell him what you did.
Alright, I got up in the middle of the night, opened the fridge, reached in, grabbed a water bottle, took the lid off, and guzzled vinegar. It was horrible. I was out here eating anything I could, brushing my teeth like 10 times, and probably took an hour for the heartburning feeling to go away. A little bit of vinegar I think's okay, but not a big guzzle. I do not recommend it.
The only unfortunate part is that I missed it, which also means we didn't get to film it, so you guys missed it, but I bet it was something to see.
It's terrible, terrible. It's been a somewhat relaxing morning. We were able to stay right here on our nice little street parking campsite for the night well into the morning, but now it is time to go try this whole doctor's appointment thing again. So, time to get into the hectic city traffic driving. You ready, Curt?
Fun, fun, fun.
So hopefully the doctor's appointment goes well, and then we will head out of the city. We got a good parking spot today, right outside of the building, and Stephanie is waiting for us inside.
Hopefully today goes better than yesterday.
Hopefully so.
So Snow stepped up there. She's paying for her appointment. I can tell you guys, she is super, super duper nervous about this appointment and what the doctors are going to say and what the outcome may be. But I guess the time has come where we're fixing to find out. Now this will be the third doctor visit she's had, so the third opinion. And then, as you guys know, we have one more coming up in Medellin. I'm sorry, in Cali. She's signing on the dotted line.
This time did I understand the risks. Thank you very much. While Curt is navigating this extreme crazy traffic, I'm gonna wind this video down. Doctor's appointment number 1 is done, and the report is it went pretty good. Me and Curt both agree we liked the doctor. The lady that helps translate, that comes from the international office, was very helpful. We expect a full quote for what it would cost to have knee replacement surgery, because that is what this doctor recommends, in a couple of days. All right, so we're pleased with doctor number 1. We're off to see doctor number 2. We'll see you guys in a few days. Cheers. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys.